So obviously a great reason to get out of the office today is this very special groundbreaking that is going to be underway here. And to describe all of what we're doing today, I'm going to bring Nancy Compton up, the Executive Director of First Tee. Nancy, why don't you come up and share, and we'll get this going before we get too much rain.
I'm going to introduce you to the First Tee, and Tom West will share information on our youth golf campus. The kids are here to help with the groundbreaking ceremony and to be the first to use the driving range. And then the mayor will finish up with his comments and introduce you to some new initiatives that actually work very well with what we're going to do in this location. 2 years ago, in May of 2016, we held an event to announce to the community that we were starting a chapter of the First Tee in Wichita. For those of you who don't know about the First Tee, it's a 20-year-old program, and it's an organization that has chapters across the country with several international chapters. Wichita was one of the largest metropolitan areas without a chapter. Tom West formed a board of directors, many of who are here today, and began the process of applying for chapter status. We have basically plugged in to an incredibly successful organization that has taken the game of golf, and in addition to teaching the skills of the sport, they developed a curriculum around the inherent values. They are known as the 9 core values: honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, perseverance, respect, judgment, confidence, courtesy, and responsibility. This curriculum is what makes the First Tee unique. We are teaching life skills and character education. The program is very structured, allowing kids to progress through the system and achieve different goals. Belonging to a national network opens up so many opportunities. The First Tee offers participants an opportunity to apply for college scholarships, not just golf-oriented, internships with companies affiliated in support of the First Tee, drive, chip, and putt contests, and tournaments across the country. The Pure Insurance Championship played at Pebble Beach is a great example. This tournament features 81 PGA Tour champions and 81 junior golfers between the ages of 15 and 18 from the First Tee. This intentional focus on the 9 core values curriculum is why we say the First Tee, good golfers, better people. In 2 years, we have made a substantial impact. There are basically 3 different teaching locations. The National School Program is taught in elementary school gymnasiums by the phys ed teachers. This school year, we had 52 schools participating. So with approximately 400 students per school, that's 20,800 kids learning about golf and the 9 core values. The First Tee donors provided the money to buy the equipment. 1 set was shared by 2 schools. Curriculum, every school was given their own, and we provided the training. This was absolutely free for the schools. The feedback has been incredibly positive, and we have schools that are waiting to be included. Our outreach program is called Drive. This is offered to other youth development organizations taught by a youth leader in their after-school and summer programs. We reached out to the Boys and Girls Club of South Central Kansas and provided the equipment, curriculum, and training, so they're offering this to their kids as well. And last but not least, we teach this during the spring, summer, and fall at 3 golf courses. This is called the Life Skills Experience, and the curriculum is taught by coaches who have been trained by the First Tee home office. For the kids in East Wichita and over in Augusta, Teradyne allows us to use their short course facility. MacDonald Park is our midtown location, and Tex Consolver provides a location for all the kids out west. Through these 3 programs, we are reaching over 21,000 kids. The first tee began 20 years ago with a goal to introduce the game of golf to youth and to help grow the future of the game. That remains a goal today, but it includes a strong, intentional emphasis on character education. That is why the First Tee is not just another junior golf program. It's the program that works so well with all the others. I would like now for Tom West to come, and he's the chairman of the board and the driving force behind the First Tee Greater Wichita.
I wanted to thank everybody for coming. Welcome. I want to thank you especially for coming just to share our vision. This vision of the project really started at about the same time as we started the First Tee of Greater Wichita. We knew that if we met our goal of introducing enough kids to the game of golf, we would eventually need our own facility where junior golfers of all abilities, beginner on up, could come to learn golf and learn life core values in a fun and safe environment. The First Tee, as Nancy said, of Wichita has experienced unprecedented success in a very short period of time, but really we've only just begun. I want to tell you a little bit about this piece of property. We chose this piece of land for really three important reasons. The most important mandate of the First Tee, of all First Tee chapters, is to introduce golf and the 9 core values to as many children as we possibly can, but most importantly to those less fortunate. Diversity is one of our core values. We want all kids of all walks of life to learn what we already know who play the game of golf. It builds character and it teaches us valuable life lessons. Second, you know the old saying, location, location, location. Well, there are thousands of youth right here in the core part of the city of Wichita who would love the opportunity to learn what we already know about the game of golf. And then third is our partnership. We couldn't even come close to getting this done without the help of the city and our city leaders. Our Mayor Jeff Longwell, all of our city council members, our city manager Bob Layton, Troy Houtman, the director of Parks and Recreation, and Troy Hendricks, the city golf manager and a PGA professional. They all caught the passion very early on about the First Tee program and about this project. So I want to thank all of those for that. As we progress through the planning of the project, a very important fundamental came to light. This isn't just for kids of the First Tee. We needed to make this facility available to all junior golfers in all junior programs, and even kids that don't learn and play golf in an organized program. We want this to be a place where all kids can come and learn the game of golf and learn life skills. So let me tell you a little interesting facts about the facility. It's approximately, I was just told this a few minutes ago, it's 13 acres. Now I know what 13 acres looks like. When we complete all phases of the construction, we'll have a full-scale driving range for the First Tee and all junior golfers, and it will be the only grass facility driving range open to the public on this side of town. We will also have 2 bent grass greens, one for putting and one for short game practice. We'll also have approximately a 5,000 square foot learning center, and it'll be housed literally about where that tent is. It will house our First Tee administration, but it will also have a wide open indoor area to conduct our programs during inclement weather, kind of like almost now. It'll also have 2 stations of indoor-outdoor hitting facilities, so we can even do training and programming all year long throughout the winter, too. We also include, this is kind of a pet peeve of mine, we want to make sure to have a safe room, just in case of truly violent weather. The entire project will be done in phases, starting immediately. Phase 1 and 2 will be the construction of the driving range and the 2 greens. We plan to have the initial construction completed hopefully by late summer, with a planned opening of next June or July. And as you know, it takes a little bit of time for grass to grow. So phase 3 and 4, the parking lot and the actual building learning center, will hopefully begin sometime early next year, depending of course on the early success of our capital campaign. The entire project has 4 phases, will cost $1.5 million. We're beginning our capital campaign immediately, and Patricia Sherwood, that's the vice president of our board, has kindly agreed to be the chairperson of this campaign. So, a little piece of advice: if your caller ID jumps up and it has her name and phone number, answer it. Okay? All right. Finally, none of this would be possible without really assembling a world-class team to build this. Let me introduce these people. I think they are as dedicated in what they do as what we do with the first tee. Todd Clark of CE Golf Design, he's the one that he's the golf architect that really designed the original complex with the driving range and 2 practice greens. Tom Compton of Compton Associates, he's our building architect and our overall project manager. Howard Sherwood, Chairman Emeritus of the Sherwood Companies, and Roger McClellan of Wildcat Construction and Wildcat Golf. They're the guys with the bulldozers and the earth movers, and they'll be in here relatively soon beginning to move dirt and shaping dirt for what we hope will be a great facility. Kurt Cornejo of Pearson Construction, they'll be responsible for building a great parking lot for everybody. And W.L. Schaefer of Axel Construction will do the building construction. Also, Rod Young from PEC and their team, professional engineering consultants, and don't ask me what they do, I don't have a clue. It's very mysterious work, right? Okay. Gary Osterman with Clinda Osterman, he's been super in helping us do the legal work that you can imagine is required for something like this. And then finally, Jeff Carney of the Strategy Group. Jeff designs all of our day-to-day marketing material, but he also went above and beyond in designing all of the material for our capital campaign. So all of these people and their teams have worked hard the past several months to help make this happen, and I want to say thank you. We couldn't ask for a better team.
I want to quickly transition to the YES program, which we have some folks up here that's going to explain in further detail. I know we have Michael Tan, our new transit director, that's somewhere behind me or with me, or thank you, Michael. This is Michael Tan's first public appearance. He is our new transit director for the city of Wichita. I know Heather Russell's going to speak, but the YES program also is programs that are geared around kids ages 5 through 18. It includes our public swimming pools, bus rides, golf, foot golf, and some other amenities that I think flow perfectly into today's discussion. So Michael, why don't you come up first and talk about what you're doing in terms of transit for these programs?
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to say how proud I am of Wichita Transit City employees and their participation in the Say Yes program. It's amazing to come into this community as I have and to see the programs that are available for the children of Wichita. It's amazing, to say the least. Just to give you an overview, we provide the passes to the students. We will be at Riverfest and we'll be highly visible at Riverfest this year. We're actually going to have service on Sunday, which is the biggest day of Riverfest. So we hope everybody comes out and enjoys the queue line. But we're also going to have our staff there to issue Say Yes passes. They'll be the 2nd and 3rd and 8th and 9th. And on the 4th of June, we're going to have a huge celebration at our transit center where families can come down and they can also get the passes that they need, provide the information so that they can take full advantage of all the facilities, the swimming pools, the recreation, the golf course, and really take advantage of this. And we would like to see this grow every year, and hope that Wichita Transit is a bigger part of that every year. And anything that we can do, we're very, very proud of the city of Wichita and everything and the support that they provide to us. On a personal note, I'd like to just make one sort of analogy. I don't know if any of you are fans of the movie Field of Dreams. There was one scene where John Kinsella asks Ray Kinsella, he looks at him and says, "Is this heaven?" And Ray looks at him and says, "No, this is Iowa." I've been here for 3 weeks now. My wife will be here in another 2 weeks. And I have a feeling one of these days very soon I'm going to go to the mayor's office and I'm going to say, "Is this heaven?" And he's going to look at me and go, "No, it's Wichita, Mike." It is an amazing community, and I'm very, very proud to be part of it. And I hope I never have to leave. It's fantastic. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Well, we're happy to have you, Michael. And Michael came to us via a nationwide search, and it was a great list of folks that were applying for that transit position. So we're lucky to have him too. I always like the slogan that McConnell Air Force Base has introduced to our community: "Here by chance, stay by choice." And so there's a lot of people that have fallen in love with our community. So the Yes program has several sponsors, and I want to mention a few. It's in collaboration, obviously, with Transit, with Public Library, Park and Rec, Wichita Housing, and Community Services. But it's also sponsored by the Wichita Federal Credit Union and the Wichita Community Foundation. So we're very fortunate to have great partners like that, again, willing to give willingly to a community to make it a better place. So let's hear now from Heather Russell, Heather Russell's one of the City Hall branch supervisors of the credit union. She's going to talk about the program from her perspective.
Wichita Federal Credit Union is proud to be a sponsor for the City of Wichita's Say Yes program this summer. Our commitment to the community is to help youth and adults create a positive start to their financial futures. This begins with savings and checking accounts and continued financial education to promote those good saving habits. Wichita Federal is a full-service financial institution and a smart choice for consumer savings and lending needs, as we offer competitive rates and low fees. WFCU is committed to helping youth receive financial education, and we sponsor Bonsai, a financial literacy program, in many Wichita public schools. We have reached 1,040 students over this last year with the program. Bonsai provides real-world situations teaching budgeting, saving, paying bills, making sound financial decisions, and understanding credit reports. Bonsai is available to all ages with 3 different courses, junior, teen, and plus for adults. And these are accessible at no cost on our website, wichitafcu.com. We're looking forward to meeting many of our Say Yes participants at the Transit Center on June 4th, and we will be available that day to share more about our program and also open accounts for those that wish. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll be brief so that everybody can get to their tea times. My name is Courtney Bankson, and I am the Director of Strategic Initiatives at the Wichita Community Foundation, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the Say Yes program this summer. This is only the second year of this program, and we were approached by the Parks and Rec Department and Troy and Stacy and his team about possibly being a sponsor of this program. Things like providing free transit passes, free passes into the summer pools, things that the kids should be able to enjoy while they're off, as well as free meals, a variety of different things. This sponsorship is coming from our Health Field of Interest Fund, which invests in things in the community to help us be more healthy and vibrant. So this is a perfect fit for us to be part of this program. Just a number that I thought was pretty astounding that I wanted to share with all of you today is, like I said, this is only the second year of the program, but these passes that are completely free, 1,400 of them, nearly 1,400 were handed out last year to students. We would love to see that number increase significantly, so please let anybody that you know that would be interested in this program to check it out on the website because it will be a fascinating thing to be a part of. We're a place-based foundation here in Wichita. We primarily give in the community and in the county, and we're proud to support efforts like this as we all continue to work to live in a better and sustainable, vibrant community. So thank you.
Courtney Bingston, please share our thanks to all of your associates over there at the Community Foundation. They have been truly instrumental in working to make Wichita a better place in a variety of areas. So we truly appreciate the work that you guys do and the money that you give out. We appreciate that too. Just want to mention also that Say Yes isn't the only place that kids can go for free lunches this summer. USD 259 will be having their Kid Power Summer Food Service Program again, sponsored by the Kansas Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Free breakfast, lunches, and snacks will be offered to all children 18 years old and younger, and not just those who receive free and reduced meals during the school year. There are 41 locations that kids can go to get a free breakfast or lunch during the summer. You can see a full list of times and locations if you visit USD259summerfood.org. So while we are continuing on this whole youth movement, I'm going to invite up Keith Lawing from Workforce Alliance to talk a little bit about the Youth Summer Experience Program. Keith?
Our Youth Employment Project is designed to help young adults in finding a first job or a valuable work experience opportunity. This is a partnership that includes the Greater YMCA, the City of Wichita, USD 259, the Regional Chamber of Commerce, Butler Community College, and a whole variety of partners. The goal is to get jobs for 1,000 youth throughout the region. Last year we were a little above 400, so we have obviously a very ambitious goal right now, but we're not sure if we're going to accomplish it, but we're moving in that direction. A huge factor in the success of our Youth Employment Project the last couple of years is the support of employers in the business community. One of the companies that has really stepped up is Bank of America, and I am pleased today to announce a grant of $50,000 from the Bank of Charitable Foundation to support Youth Employment Project this year. I want to thank Sean Lancelot, who cannot be here this morning, but I want to recognize both Maureen Katz and Annie Brandt from Bank of America. And Annie, you want to make a remark or two,
Sure.
please?
Sure. Thank you. I'm Annie Brandt. I'm the market manager. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate the First Tee and the important work that you're doing here in the community. Thank you to Mayor Longwell and to the Workforce Alliance. We are excited to continue our partnership with Workforce Alliance and proud to be a part of the impact that you're making here in the community. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, fantastic support. Real quickly about the program, we take the youth through some pre-employment workshops. A lot of those going on right now. We've had hundreds of kids going through those, and we get them ready for a variety of different jobs through this experience. And we have companies that are putting a career exploration piece to this summer youth employment, and companies like Spirit Aerosystem, Textron Aviation, High Touch Technology, SASNAC, and even the Wichita Business Journal is engaged in this, just to name a few. So far we have over 100 youth set up and ready for work this summer, and there will be a large job fair tomorrow, May 25th from 9 to noon at the Wichita Workforce Center, 2021 North Amden. We have 19 employers lined up. We're expecting dozens and dozens, if not up towards a couple hundred youth, and we hope to be able to connect them to those job opportunities. Finally, again, this is not a single organization doing this. The partnership with the YMCA, I got Tyrone Baker here. Thank you very much. They run a great job prep program. The City of Wichita has a way to work program. We're combining those into a single systematic approach to make it easy for the youth, for the parents, for the business. And I also want to recognize USD 259. We get into the schools and we're working with kids that have a career interest already, and we're using these employment opportunities to extend that career interest. I got Jim Means here from 259, one of our great partners. So again, really appreciate it. And finally, the support of the mayor. He's put his weight into this, challenged the business community, and the results have been quite impressive. So Mayor, thank you very much.
Our last item today is one that we certainly want to pay special attention to as we get ready for this weekend where we're celebrating those that have sacrificed so much. The Memorial Day events that are going on this weekend. This year marks the 150th anniversary of Memorial or Decoration Day since it was instituted in 1868 to remember 750,000 who died in the Civil War. Secondly, each Saturday before Memorial Day, over 50 years, VFW Post 112 Members and volunteers have dedicated their time to honor Wichita's military families. The graves of veterans at two of Wichita's oldest cemeteries, Highland and Maple Grove, will be decorated with small American flags. And on Saturday, the Post will again participate in this time-honored tradition. So with us to explain a little bit more and bring a little more attention to the cause is Dan Fryman with VFW Post 112. Dan, you want to share a little bit?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, honored guests. My name is Dan Fryman. I am the commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 112. We're located at the corner of Topeka and Harry Street. We received our charter January 14th, 1920. So less than 2 years, we're going to be 100 years old. And we're going to be having a great celebration. The public will be invited. There'll be news releases on our upcoming events. But I just want to talk a little bit about what we're doing Memorial Day weekend. So Memorial Day achieves special significance in 2018 for several reasons. This year marks the 150th anniversary of the Memorial or Decoration Day since it was instituted in 1868, just like the mayor said. It started with the honor of 750,000 who died in the Civil War. We keep that tradition going, and our posts have been honoring that tradition for over 50 years. So on Saturday, May 26th, the VFW Post will again participate in this reverent and time-honored tradition. Members and volunteers will meet at the post at 8 a.m. We are located, like I said, at the corner of Harry and Topeka. We will have brief instructions on flag etiquette and how to place the flags. And we are looking for at least 30 to 50 volunteers who would like to come out and support the veteran community. If you'd like to be at our post by 8 a.m. this Saturday, we will have donuts, juice, and coffee. And my senior vice commander will give a small presentation. Then we'll all go out to the cemeteries, the two cemeteries, sorry about that, let's see. And I had it together here. Maybe losing this.
Listed.
Yes.
Yeah, Maple
Grove and Highland. Thank you very much. I got my contacts here. But if you'd like to help us out and come out and volunteer, you can meet with me at the end of our program. Thank you. We couldn't do it without the public, and our logo is "No one does more for veterans." And we're out there highly visible in our community. Thank you.
That is awesome work that you do. Before we break to go dig some dirt, I do want to recognize a couple of more people who have joined us today. Debbie Birch with the Wichita Open. They've been giving generously to the golf program for a long time. I saw Debbie somewhere. Wave at everyone so they know who you are, Debbie. And Bob Hansen has joined us today. Bob, I used to think was head of the Sports Hall of Fame, but someone corrected me. Said, no, that's the Greater Wichita Sports Commission. So, Bob, good to have you today. All right, we'll go break some dirt, and then we're going to get a chance to watch these kids who have been chomping at the bit. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, pick up some dirt. Good job. Yay. Now we got